Hi, you guys. Welcome to Miss Chocolate's Conversations. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I promised you guys I would do a part two, and I am definitely going to do that before the Sunday concert series starts in my building, and I'm unable to do it. Oh, you guys, I don't even have a cup of tea, but we're gonna get through this second video because I think what I have to say is so important, and it's something that we all can reflect upon. And yes, we're still staying in the vein of friendships. And in my last video, again, you guys, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This conversation is still going to be in the vein of friendship. And like I said in my last video, it is so important that you can pick up the phone and call people when you're not feeling the best on your insides, when you're not feeling okay, where you get genuine feedback from people who love you. But now, I want us to talk about what kind of friend you are. Are you the kind of friend that people can call? Are you the kind of friend that's going to tell your friend the truth? Are you the kind of friend that's going to encourage gossip and 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 feed negative conversations about a situation and or another person? I, Earlier this week, I can't remember how the conversation came up, but it was myself and another woman friend, and we were talking about how somebody will come to you and say, yeah, well, such and such, they told me this and they told me that, and I said, see, this is when people want to get mad and fight, because I always say, the person who came to you and told you something, did they have a good agenda? What was their agenda? What did they want you to know? Did they say, oh, well, she said something bad about you, and I'm letting you know because, it's important for you to know. And I want to make sure that you're safe. Was that the vein that they were talking about, or was it something else? And if it was something else, guess what? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Because if they had the best of intentions, then let's bring them in. Let's talk. But if they had negative intentions, why would you entertain that? You have to be very careful about what you entertain and what kind of friend that you are. If you're the kind of friend that somebody could tell you something and you can go act negatively on that and go argue with somebody else based on somebody else's problem, we got to do better. It's so sad. If I had to, I've had to really, you guys know that I graduated a couple of months ago with my bachelor's degree, and I had to sit and take stock of a couple of things. And as I sat around from, community stuff to things that people, friends might call me and say, or associates might call me and say, I was so disheartened to hear how women continuously insist on dealing with each other. Nobody wants to talk about anything, but people will show up to fight. People will show up to be contentious. People will show up to keep uh, negative conversations going about other people, opposed to somebody saying, stop, let's get to the core of it. I'm even with somebody saying, I just don't like her because I just don't like her. But when you get to a certain age, and I can't even say when you get to a certain age because I've seen this, we've all seen high school behavior. But I guess I'm troubled in my spirit because, oh, here I go again kicking stuff, you guys. I guess I'm troubled in my spirit because I've seen 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-plus-year-old women entertain negative conversations and things that could be so much more. Where you have an opportunity to pour life into something, you'd insist on fertilizing it with death. And it's disgusting. It's horrible. So I ask, what kind of friend are you? I remember not too long ago, there was a young lady that I really had a lot of respect for. I had a ton of respect for. Well, that I thought that I had a ton of respect for her, and I began to see some things unravel. And it's unfortunate because I thought at the time that it was an okay space for me to be an honest friend, for me to say certain things. I'm sorry, you guys already know I'm trying to get some music over this, but the point is, when I said something to this young lady about something, I thought that the behavior, I thought certain things were beneath her. And when I found out they weren't, I was very disheartened, but I still loved her nonetheless. It just felt like the moment I told her that her behavior could be better, she no longer wanted any parts of an association. And it was okay. I'm fine with that. But I know for me, I know the kind of friend I am. I'm going to show up if you need your laundry done, if you need your house cleaned, if you need a mental break, if you need to just talk and just have me listen inside. I can do all of those things. But you have to be careful of the people who don't appreciate good friendships. And it's just, I'd rather be by myself than have a friend that I can't pour into and that can't pour goodness into me. So I just wanted to say that, you guys. I'm not going to make this a lengthy video. I hope it, I spoke with clarity. And I know there are a lot of distractions around me, but I just needed this. I needed to get this out to you guys because it's so important how we nurture each other. And you have to just reevaluate. Ask yourself, pause while you're having your tea or your coffee in the morning, and ask yourself, what kind of friend am I? How do I show up for the people in my life that are important? Do I show up and I match their negative energy on certain situations, or do I take time to sit and tell them to navigate maybe a different way so they can get a much better result? So they can grow into being the very best people that they could be. Because I only want good people around me. I don't. The other people make me itch. I'm not even gonna lie. I will almost break out in a rash. I can't have that kind. I can't have you around me. I don't care what you have. What you have, you could have more. How does TD Jakes say? You could have more degrees than a thermometer. I don't care how smart you think you are either. If you're not a good person, if you just don't have good stock, if we can't feed each other, female or male, I don't want you to make me itch. You see, I promise you, I started scratching my leg just talking about it. That's crazy. All right, listen, you guys have a wonderful day. You guys be blessed, be a blessing, and just reevaluate how you show up for people. And not reevaluate it to the point where you make changes. You make changes where it's necessary, but be the best you to yourself and to the people around you. And if you can't, if they don't want that, it's okay. But just be very careful and be very mindful how you show up in your friendships. Take care, you guys. Continue to have necessary conversations. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.